I decided I would do another challenge in the Valve game. Instead of Half-Life 2 this time, like continuing the crowbar only challenge, I decided to do a challenge that's similar to the old, like kind of like meme category of Zero Portals in the original Portal, where you essentially just use a cheat code to spawn in a bunch of airboats. I'm essentially doing that, but in Portal 2, but instead of using airboats, I'm going to be using cubes. So, I currently have my T key on my keyboard binded so it will spawn a companion cube. I could use a regular one, but I mean, if you have access to spawn a companion cube, why wouldn't you use it? Then why is the spawn a reflection cube? I'd say that's a little too cheaty, but I'm going to allow it anyways. And it's not really, as far as I'm aware, no one has really made a challenge like this yet. So I guess I can set a few ground rules if anyone else wants to try it and also wants to minimize basically the goal of the challenge, which is to use the least amount of portals, of course. So I decided I would just, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. Get this long intro out of the way. Let's get into the game. I was attempting this a little earlier today, but I'm gonna start on a new save. Now, since I'm not all that skilled at this game, since I'm not used to the physics in Portal 2, even though I've been getting into playing this a lot more recently, I will be using no clip as a demonstration of if something might be possible, or just skip sections that have no meaning. Like, for example, this intro section, I'm just going to skip by using no clip. There's a lot of interesting stuff out of bounds here, and oh, okay. Yeah, you may want to divert your eyes away if you have photosensitivity, because this effect can cause some photosensitivity issues. But I forgot that the error model is blue instead of red, like it normally is. Alright, so this first little bit is going to be very simple. We don't even have the portal gun for these first few chambers. So, these are going to go as normal as they usually are. But to demonstrate, like I said earlier, T spawns the companion cube, Y spawns the reflection cube. I guess like the crowbar only challenge, I'm gonna like other ground rules. The tricks I'm allowed to use when it comes to when I have to use portals, are tricks that are only allowed to be used for any percent speedruns. Now I should point out, unlike the previous Valve games before this, starting with Half-Life 2, uh, Portal 2 is bunny hopping, which I'm not good at all. I'm better at aviation. Now, this chamber where we actually get the single portal gun is going to be a great way for me to demonstrate how basically things will go out. Also, for some reason, whenever I try to record in this game, the game lags like crazy at times, so if the I was so busy talking that I placed a portal. I. Anyways, as I was going to say before that happened, what was I going to say? Anyways, I'm getting so caught up in stuff. Oh yeah, my software doing weird things to the game where it lags like crazy. In fact, hold on. I'll also do this. Yeah, there's something weird going on with my FPS right now. So as you see, what I'm starting to do here is basically climb up along the side of this. The way we do this is kind of like how you bridge up in Minecraft. So we jump, and then we spawn a cube, preferably at the apex of our jump. So we do that again. And the best thing to do is to aim for the center of the cube. Thankfully, there's this small black dot that we can use, so it makes it slightly easier. And it's even more easy to do it when you're against a wall. So here we go. News. Oh no! Okay, after spawning a bunch of cubes, yeah, the cubes I'm going to be spawning in some of the later parts, it's not going to help with the poor FPS issues I'm experiencing with my recording software. It's literally not like this in any other game. It could be due to my low disk space. I gotta start freeing up more disk space. It'll probably fix the issue. It it most likely will fix the issue because your game performance as well as other stuff is impacted by what's left on your SSD. So also, when I was doing my initial run off camera before recording this video, I made it to like halfway through chapter 6. That's the first I've gotten. Also, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing again. Oh my goodness. I think the reason why I was doing that normally, because in the original Portal, uh, essentially the buttons in Chamber 5 just act really weird, where, I guess due to the condition where you can get yourself trapped, and you're no longer able to press any buttons after the doors automatically open for you when you get yourself trapped. I know that was a lot of words in one sentence coming out really fast, like I'm a rapper, like what I'm doing right now. I need to learn how to slow down my speech. But essentially, you have to use the cubes that are in the chamber in order to press on the buttons. You can't spawn your own for whatever reason. And this is where our first portal has to come in, because I have no idea how I can bypass this little part here. I try to use cubes that are try to get through the scene there, but I think there's a collision that the player collides with, and there's also a collision the player collides with here, so you can't even crouch through this. So this portal placement, as far as I'm aware, is required. But none of the portal placements here are required, because we can just simply do this. My low FPS is not helping right now with making this smooth. Here we go. Yep, very quick chamber. Sure, this test chamber may apply to laws of physics with momentum, but since we're not really able to use portals that whenever we can and only when it's necessary in this run, we're going to have to basically bypass all of that and essentially just do this. Ooh, got a little too... oh my goodness. Normally, like a lower frame rate doesn't look that off to me and doesn't bother me as much, but this is actually intolerable. Anyways, right here is where the stacking comes into play. So I just found myself a cube, so I have a template to stand on. I try to align myself with the center of it as much as I can. Jump, apex of my jump, then do this. And try not to do something like that. As long as I can stay in the center, I can keep the cubes very balanced and I'll have no issue trying to climb up there. Now, it's better to do it at the corners, it makes it easier, but if you have to be closer to something and it's not at a corner, you're gonna have a much harder time. But, man. Okay, finally, holy shit. I really struggled with that.